There is a popular take in many plant-based circles that the fat you eat is the fat you wear, and it's not true. It's a mere soundbite. The fat is high in calories. I don't dispute this, I wouldn't, but it's also packed with nutrients. Something like avocado is so rich in so many amazing nutrients. And in the right controlled amounts, I think it has a very important, actually an essential place in a balanced and diverse plant-based diet. And so for me, I'm eating these fat sources every day. Avocado, nuts, seeds, tahini, olives, tofu. It has a little bit of fat content as well. And so, I mean, you'll get trace fat from lots of things you eat anyway, so that must be said. So the low-fat dieters often say, oh, you don't necessarily need to eat something that's sort of rich in fat because you'll pick up trace amounts of fat anyway. And that is actually a true claim. I agree with them on that. The question is it sufficient? And when I say is it sufficient for your nutrition needs? And so there's some debate around that. And the side I land on is actually a low to moderate fat diet, I think, is more sustainable, it's more nourishing than a very, very low fat diet. There's also a huge point about satisfaction. I cannot tell you, well, I can, it's going to be 80, 90 plus people at this stage, but I cannot, let me stick to my hyperbole here. I cannot tell you how many folks have come to me on Slim and Sustain, they've joined my coaching program, and they've come from maybe a starch solution, sort of low fat, high carb, plant-based diet background, and they've been utterly terrified of fat. And they see that meal plan that I make for them before week 1, and they go, Ryan, you're telling me I can eat avocado toast and lose weight. Ryan, you're telling me I can have X amount of tablespoons of seeds on my cereal and I'm gonna lose weight, because I was told this stuff is like the devil. And I'm like, no. And this is the programming I have to do with my Slim and Sustain clients sometimes. No, weight loss is just a calorie issue, which we've all heard a million times before, but people get lost down diet, nutrition rabbit holes, and they forget these universal principles because they're so worried about, oh, I thought it was fat versus carbs versus, oh, what about protein? What about meal timing? Or, oh no, I have to do zone 2 cardio. That's the secret to fat loss. Like, it's just a calorie deficit. That's all it is. And pick your poison. There's lots of different ways to achieve a calorie deficit. But the point I'm trying to make here with regards to fat is, when we understand that weight loss is just about being in a calorie deficit, how can the fat you eat be the fat you wear so arbitrarily, so automatically? It can't. Right? Keto still works for weight loss. Don't advise it. Keto's a really high fat diet, by the way, if you don't know. So it still works for weight loss. It's a high fat diet. How does that work? Well, keto works when you're in a calorie deficit the same way a plant-based diet does. I don't think it's right. I think this is superior. I think low to moderate is a lot better for me personally, and that's what I observe with the vast majority of others too. And so having some of this in my diet, amazing. But satisfaction, I've got sidetracked slightly. What I meant to say earlier is also for satisfaction, I think all macronutrients. So a lot of people say, oh, protein makes me really satisfied. Carbs make me really satisfied. Fat makes me really satisfied. Truth be told, food makes you really satisfied. But I do think the body yearns for all 3 macronutrients. And it has been shown that affects, various hunger hormones in different ways. And so I think having that balance doesn't mean equal, by the way, because I don't think you should consume the exact same gram amount of carbs, protein, and fat every day. But having balance, what I mean by that is an appropriate amount of each relative to one another, relative to your nutrition needs also. I think that's what balance means to me, and it's going to be quite individualized. But balance is really, really important, and fat is a part of that. Rant over. And if you are ready to lose some weight right now and you do resonate with my particular approach, if you want me to eliminate all the guesswork, tell you exactly what and how much to eat, what to do for exercise, and hold you accountable every step of the way, this is exactly what I do for my clients inside Vegan, Slim and Sustain. I'll put the link down below for you to go and learn more about what I do with my clients there and what it looks like to work with me directly. Okay, talk soon.